what's going on, team? It's been a while since I've posted any videos, but I wanted to post a video today to just kind of talk about a couple things. The first thing is Murph. I'm sure a bunch of y'all did Murph over the weekend or on Monday. If you did so, maybe you're experiencing something that I'm experiencing, which is called DOMS. DOMS is delayed onset muscle soreness. It's generally a soreness that happens a couple of days after you do a workout, and it's really hard to work out that soreness, whether you should decide to roll it out or whether you decide to soak in hot water or you go to a masseuse. It's hard to get rid of it. Some things you can do if you are experiencing DOMS is just go ahead and, what I like to do is I generally get DOMS in my biceps. So what I'll do when I do experience DOMS is, outside of rolling and doing all those other things like going to a masseuse, what I'll also do is I'll get a kettlebell and just grab the kettlebell and then just hold. Feels really great. It's not painful. If I go like this and I try to stretch my arm out, that kind of hurts my bicep. This kind of forces that, it forces you to kind of have your bicep go as long as possible. And then once you have it long, all you're going to do is you're just going to twist this way and then twist this way. Rotate it forwards and backwards, and then swap over with the other bicep. In addition, I want to talk about some ankle mobility stuff. I know that ankle mobility is one of the limiting factors for a lot of folks. I've had a couple of people message me about some things that they can do to try to work on that ankle mobility. One of the things that I personally recommend a lot is going ahead and grabbing a kettlebell, taking a knee, just kind of like I'm standing right now, and then basically getting that kettlebell, putting it on your quad, and then just trying to stretch and hold. Move that ankle, and then bring it back, stretch and hold. Turn it over to here, stretch and hold. Really try to make sure that when you're stretching and you have that weight on the kettlebell, all you're trying to do here is you're just trying to make sure that your weight is shifted back into your ankle and you're kind of moving that ankle around. Once you get done doing that, you just change it over, swap knees, put it back up there, and then really just try to get that ankle to stretch around. Right? The goal here is ankle mobility and making sure the weight is shifted back into your heels as you do this. I know a lot of you tend to bust kind of this, or you come up on your heels. You want to have that heel planted down, and you want to be pushing down just like so. The other thing that I want y'all to try to focus on too is air squats. Air squats, air squats, air squats. It's applicable for back squats, front squats, power cleans, snatches. You know, I really would like to see y'all focusing a lot on your air squats, right? So ankle mobility, right? And here's the thing, when you're gonna do these ankle mobility air squats, what I'm looking for is you to get up on the wall. You're here, you have your feet right up underneath, your hips, right? Those toes are gonna be pointed out at about a 30-degree angle. You're gonna push your butt back, step in at the knees, you're gonna hinge at the hips. And as you lower your hips below parallel, you're gonna corkscrew your knees. And what I mean by corkscrewing your knees is, you have your toes pointed out at that 30-degree angle, butt comes back and knees go out. When you get to that bottom, it looks like a frog. The reason why you want to push those knees out is that forces the rest of your body or your torso to shift back and kind of places you on your heels, right? What I'm looking for is these air squats to come down, sitting and holding. If this gets boring, go ahead and grab a sandbag, put that sandbag on your back, and then ultimately, the goal is to, as you're doing this, sitting and staying planted, trying to stay planted for an extended period of time if you're bored with air squats. And then as you can sit for a planted period of time, all you're going to do is you're going to bring those feet closer and closer together until you can just kind of hang out here, right? Also, if you have good mobility, then you should be reaching for trying to get those feet straight together, and then you're just coming down and shifting back, right? When you're shifted back, notice how all my weight shifted back into my heels, so I'm kind of hanging out backwards. So, ankle mobility, DOMS, if you have it, make sure that you're stretching out your biceps. I know a couple of you mentioned that you might have that. Look forward to seeing you guys. We've got some cool stuff coming up for the strength program over the next week or so. As usual, go ahead and post your comments below on the video, and I'll respond in kind. Thanks. Have a great week.